The "spy in the bag" case is one of the most baffling and enigmatic mysteries in modern British true crime history. In August 2010, Gareth Williams, a talented MI6 codebreaker, was found dead inside a locked duffel bag in the bathtub of his London flat. The circumstances surrounding his death sparked widespread speculation involving espionage, foul play, and potential government cover-ups. Over a decade later, the case remains unsolved, fueling conspiracy theories and deepening intrigue about the shadowy world of intelligence services. Gareth Williams was a 31-year-old mathematical prodigy from Wales. By the time of his death, he had built a remarkable career as a cryptographer for GCHQ, Government Communications Headquarters, and was on secondment to MI6, Britain's secret intelligence service. Described as highly intelligent but introverted, Williams lived a private life. He was passionate about cycling, mathematics, and technology. Colleagues and family members noted that while he was brilliant in his field, he was not socially outgoing and preferred solitude over social gatherings. His work involved highly sensitive information, including counter-terrorism and cyber-espionage operations. This connection to Britain's intelligence community would later fuel suspicions about the nature of his death. On August 23, 2010, police were called to Gareth Williams's Pimlico flat after colleagues reported him missing. When officers entered his government-owned apartment, they made a chilling discovery. Williams's naked body was inside a large red North Face hold-all bag, which had been placed in the bathtub. The bag's zippers were padlocked from the outside, and the keys were found inside the bag beneath his body. There were no signs of forced entry, struggle, or disturbance in the flat. Additionally, toxicology reports found no drugs or alcohol in his system, and no injuries were present that could immediately explain his death. The bizarre nature of the scene led investigators down a labyrinth of possibilities. 1. Accidental death. One early theory was that Williams had accidentally killed himself during a solo escapade involving escapology or self-confinement. Some speculated that he was practicing a Houdini-like stunt that went tragically wrong. However, expert analysis suggested it was highly unlikely that Williams could have locked himself inside the bag unaided. Multiple attempts by professional escapologists failed to replicate the feat. 2. Sexual misadventure. Tabloid media focused heavily on Williams's private life, reporting that he had visited bondage websites and owned women's clothing. This led to theories that his death was linked to a sexual game gone wrong. However, his family and friends rejected this narrative, and investigators later stated there was no evidence to suggest that his private interests had any connection to his death. 3. Espionage and assassination. Given Williams's role in British intelligence, many believed his death was linked to his work. Some suggested that he may have been murdered by foreign agents, possibly Russian operatives, due to his involvement in sensitive projects. Reports surfaced that Williams had been working on tracking international money laundering networks, potentially linked to organized crime and hostile states. The lack of forced entry raised concerns that the killer may have had access to security codes or was someone Williams trusted. The meticulous staging of the scene pointed to a professional hit designed to leave minimal forensic evidence. 4. Government cover-up. Another theory posited that Gareth Williams uncovered sensitive information or was involved in internal conflicts within intelligence circles. Some speculated that his death was covered up to avoid political scandal or exposure of covert operations. The Secret Intelligence Service was criticized for its handling of Williams's disappearance, particularly the delay in reporting him missing. In 2012, a coroner's inquest concluded that Gareth Williams's death was unnatural and likely to have been criminally mediated. The coroner stated it was unlikely he had locked himself in the bag and suggested that a third party was involved. However, due to a lack of evidence, no suspects were identified. The Metropolitan Police later reversed course, stating that while foul play could not be ruled out, they leaned toward the theory of accidental death, an outcome met with public skepticism. Williams's family accused the intelligence services of obstructing the investigation and withholding key information. Several puzzling aspects of the case remain unresolved. How did Gareth Williams end up locked inside the bag? Who, if anyone, was in the flat with him before his